Shanti. Good morning.
Shanti, brother. Good morning.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so just a few thoughts on the Murli of 28th of November 1969. These Murlis of 1969s are very powerful because they were the first Murlis in the Avyakt form. And there's a lot of very in-depth knowledge and, because of the void that was created by Baba leaving. So these Murlis are very powerful. What I would like to do today is I would like to go through some process so that we can learn also how to extract from these Murli and how to get the best from reading these Murlis. So what I did today, I went through the process of reading the Murli first, and then I selected very few. See, sometimes we want to take too much and we cannot digest. So what I did this time is, which, you might also would like, you can experiment yourself and see how it works for you. So I selected 6 parts, 6 sentences from the Murli. After selecting these 6 sentences that were somehow, I felt they were connected, I tried to make a summary, like a little story behind these 6 sentences, and therefore create some meaning for me. So you might have heard, Baba saying this, and the seniors talking about this also, maybe before. Baba says that listen to the Murli, listen to the Murli recording. If you don't have that option, or if you have that option, listen to the Murli live in the class and take notes. But also, there are other things that one can do. Listening to the Murli and saying that, I have done my part in whichever form is only one part of the process. Okay, so we need to be able to churn, and we need to be able to extract what is useful, and what can we actually do with the Murli, and that's I think more important. So one of the ways to get better or butter better is to actually take the Murli and sit with it and work on it. So the way I did it for today's session is I extracted 6 passages, and when I extracted these passages, I tried to connect this, these points, and I tried to make a meaning out of this. It's like, whenever you have to speak about something, but this is not necessarily that you have to speak to somebody. You can just do it by yourself. So I have done this practice. It was very beautiful. And you notice that not only you retain, but also it comes up when you need. When you go through this process, these things come up, and you find them very useful practically. Okay, so this is the kind of method that I used. Is there any question on that? I really like if you can, interact. It gives me momentum. So is there any questions regarding this process? Is it understood? You pick 6 parts that you feel touches your heart, and then you write them down somewhere, and then you see the link between one and the another, or you can jump the link. It doesn't have to be what you call sequential. It can be, anyway, but you connect 2 points. Like, for example, if Baba says that, talks about purity, let's say, and then Baba says something like a lotus, okay? So you take purity, you take lotus, and you relate the two, okay? What does it mean, okay? What does lotus, how does lotus link with purity? So things like that. That's what I mean, connecting the different points that might be there. And there could be third point and fourth point. And then you summarize the whole thing into one story. Yeah. Any questions on that? Anybody wants, has any doubt on this process or wants to share anything?
No questions from my side, Bhaiji.
No questions? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go through and see what we have as a result of this process. And then at the end, we'll play a nice game. I hope you will all participate at that time. Okay, so let's start. And also note that I think a few days back, it was mentioned that this particular Murli will be discussed so that you can prepare. And when you prepare about it, when I speak, it will make more sense for you. Yeah. So let's start. So the word that caught my attention, this was Bhatti, for those who surrendered. Okay, so it was a special Murli for Bhatti, and it was regarding surrendering. And Baba said, in just one word, okay, summarizing this process of surrender, in just one word, it can be said that there is spirituality in their vision and attitude. Okay, that is, their vision and attitude become spiritual. Their vision and attitude become spiritual. When you do not see the body, the vision becomes pure. So it was mentioned earlier in the Murli that to surrender means to have a pure attitude and to have a pure vision. But how do we have this pure attitude and pure vision? It's when we are able to become spiritual, okay? When we are able to transform ourselves from understanding ourselves, just like the topic said, from translating everything from lokic to alokic, from physical to spiritual, okay? And this is the exercise that I took to understand how this process works and what are the things that we can do to actually experience this process in our life, and what would be the result that we can attain after we have achieved this process. Yeah. So the keyword for surrendering that has come from this passage is to become spiritual. Yeah. The next part, the next sentence that I took is about attitude and vision. What is the connection between attitude and vision? So your attitude is drawn toward them when your vision is drawn toward them. So this is the issue that happens. Okay, we understand that we have to be alokic, but what happens? Our vision goes to something. When our vision is drawn somewhere, then what happens? Our attitude starts acting upon that particular vision. Yeah. The moment the vision happens, the attitude starts kicking in. So in this particular sentence, Baba says, even while looking at the body, you must not see it. Okay. So how is it possible that you're looking at something, but you're not seeing it? How can you look at something but not see it? Any thoughts? How can we look at something but not see?
By not creating any thought about it.
Yeah. So when Baba mentioned in the same Murli, if your thoughts are occupied in something, somebody might pass there, something might happen. And because your thoughts are occupied, like sometimes people are daydreaming. That's a negative example, but when people are daydreaming, and then you ask them something and they say that, oh, I did not see that, or somebody might pass and they are so engrossed in their work. Okay, so Baba gave that example, that people who get engrossed in their work or something, and then you ask them something and they'll say that, I don't know, I haven't seen anything. So what happens is, in this scenario, we are able to look but not see. Okay. In fact, looking has to happen because your eyes are there. The eyes see, but you don't register it. So that's the difference between looking and seeing. Looking you can't avoid. You can look, it is there. And it goes, the signal goes. But in order for the soul to register it, you must see it. Yeah. So Baba is showing us the way that we can actually use this in transforming things into spiritual. Okay. So your attitude is drawn towards them when your vision is drawn towards them. So if I can manage my vision, then my attitude will accordingly follow. And the way to do this is through looking but not seeing it. Okay. Then next we come to very important part. Okay. So in this sentence, Baba said, you will have to have a spiritual awareness of lokic things. Okay. So this is very, very important. You will have to have spiritual awareness of lokic things. So even lokic relationships are part of the dynasty of Brahma. Okay, so now Baba is in particular talking about relationship. But some are in close relationship and others are in a distant relationship. So what does this mean? You will have to have spiritual awareness of lokic things. This is a general statement, but Baba gives an example. So even lokic relationships are part of the dynasty of Brahma, but some are in close relationship and others are in distant relationships. Baba said that the whole world is actually your relation. How does that sit with you? What meaning does it have for you? Any thoughts?
Whether it is a relationship in the Brahmin family or relationship out of the Brahmin family, they all are connected to either soul in some way or the other, and they are all part of the Brahmin. It's all Brahma's children.
Yeah, okay. So I used to see this when I was a child, and I was thinking that, this whole world, they are all children of Adam. So in our context, if you go backwards, you will notice that if at the beginning, the seed is, Adam or Brahma, all the others are relatives of that, no? Because if, we start, but of course I did not know that there were many of them at the beginning when the world started, when the golden age started. There was a whole community. I thought that there was only one person who had only a wife and the children, and then everything came from that, which didn't make sense. But that's what I thought, But then when I came to Gyan, I realized that, okay, there's a community of people. But then the seed of this is Brahma, because he's the first one, the first man, or whatever you'd like to call that. So in that case, everybody is related. Okay, we are related directly to Brahma. Okay, we are related to Shiv Baba. So everybody else that comes after that, they are our distant relatives. Okay, now what has Baba done? Baba has changed. Yeah, Brahma is the creator. Yeah, this was mentioned. Thanks. So what Baba has done here is exactly what the first sentence says. You will have to have a spiritual awareness of Lokic things. Logically, these are people. Okay, but the spiritual awareness is these are children of Brahma. These are my brothers and sisters. These are my relatives. Okay, so no matter who it is, no matter what religious background they are from, no matter where they're saying, no matter what color they are all your relatives. They might be distant relatives or they might be close relatives. When I start seeing it like that, that person, now let's make it even more hard. That bad person is also your relatives. That person who's this political party or that political party is also your relatives. So they are relation. Okay, so when you have the awareness that this person is my relative, they might be doing something wrong, but still you see them as my relatives. And when it is my relative, there's a little bit of change of your attitude. Okay, first the vision changes and then the attitude. But this all started, why? Because Baba gave us a new awareness about relationship. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, Baba is changing another idea that we usually have. So there are several parts in this. Whether you are working in your office or you are doing business, eating food, or looking at or speaking about something. Okay, so this almost covers all the areas. What is the process? The process is changing Lokic to alokik. Okay, how is this going to happen? Is through our attitude and vision. Okay, what informs our attitude and vision? Baba is going to speak to us, and in which areas. Okay, so at our work, whether you're working from home, you're a homemaker, or whether you're working in an office or you have your business, you are eating food. Okay, so this is another thing that we usually do. Okay, we are looking at somebody or speaking about something. Okay, so from our thoughts, okay, from our interactions, from our activities, all is covered. Okay, you should all have spiritual awareness. Okay, so Baba mentioned that. Then next, Baba says about walking. Okay, the feet are walking here, but the intellect is engaged on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Okay, so your feet will be walking, you will be going somewhere here and there. As you walk, change your awareness, and just like you're walking, think that you are also in physical form, your feet is moving. Spiritually, you are in the pilgrimage of remembrance. So I am a soul in the body, my feet is walking. Okay, so when we say walking, we have to transform that, because usually people look for God by walking to the pilgrimage. What your walking is through the intellect. Your intellect goes up to remember Baba as you are walking. So you combine the two. Yeah. Next is while eating. At the time you give food to your body, okay, so we don't have to be reminded for that, right? But the moment I give food to the body, also give soul the strength and the power of remembrance. Okay, so eating in remembrance. Okay, the moment I eat, something else should trigger. Oh, okay, I'm giving food to my body. What about my soul? I have to stay in remembrance. So as I stay in remembrance and I eat my food. Okay, so what happens in the walking? I'm walking and then suddenly I remember, oh, I'm on a pilgrimage. And which pilgrimage? The pilgrimage of remembrance. I eat food. Oh, I'm giving food to my body. Oh, what about the soul? Then the power to the soul through remembrance. Yeah. Then another aspect, it is easy to become detached from your active duties and your work. You will not be loved by the world through that. You will be loved by the world when you perform your task while considering yourself to be a soul, detached from the body. Whenever we hear about surrendering, what happens is there are things that we love to be away from. Just like the sannyasis, they surrender, they leave everything, okay? But then Baba says that the world, especially individuals, those who are closely connected with you, they will start thinking and speaking about, oh, okay, what about the people that you left behind? What about your duties? What about the society? Okay. So even though the sannyasis stay pure, when they leave everything and they go away, there is a certain escapism that happens. Okay. That, I can't handle this, so I'm going away. Baba is explaining to us that what should be the method that we need to adopt. Okay, so wherever we are, whatever the situation we are in, instead of moving away from that, okay, if we become aware of this understanding of spiritual understanding of things, and if we adopt this detachment from the body, what will happen is the world will see that we are different. In other words, they will see that, oh, they're doing everything, they're working, they're eating, they're moving around, but there is something special about these souls. Yeah, there is something, different about this soul. Okay, so what happens? There is love. Okay, so this is the final test paper. Okay, that if you are doing all these things that Baba is talking about, then, and if you're doing it properly, then what will be the result? That the world will love you. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, if you are doing and there is a lot of opposition, there is a lot of criticism, that means that there is something that is not properly done. Okay. And Baba mentioned this as being detached from the body. So at the end, we will practice this practice on being detached from the body, because ultimately that's what is gonna, remove the final attachment. Okay, so relationships, okay, let's say food, let's say work, let's say seeing other people, all these things are, pulling us away and bringing us to the physical. But the final thing that we need to conquer is the body. The moment we are detached from the body, then we are able to become spiritual. Yeah. So now we'll go through another. Okay. So we will summarize in a moment. Okay. Is there any questions so far? So we have taken 6 points and we have kind of connected them. We will do the connection together also in this game that will follow. But if there is any question so far, any thoughts or any questions you can mention, and then we will start with the game.
no questions, but just one thought from the last point that we have just mentioned, that even the detachment point, that even let's say I just get into the jungle and sit there and I'm doing my tapasya, but how I will be able to test whether I have attained something? Because if there is nothing in front of me, no one is doing anything against my wish, how I would be able to test whether I have conquered my anger or any other vices for that matter. So being detached is a very nice point, that it is not detachment to get away, but be in with people in the society and then conquer your sanskars. So this is a very important point, that we cannot even test ourselves what we have achieved if we are sitting into the trees, if we are not with the people. So for testing point also, we need to be in people, with people.
Yeah.
That I was just thinking about it.
That's right. Yeah. That's very good point. That if I stay away from the world, then how am I going to know that, I have achieved something? And often, the word that you mentioned, anger, is one of the big things that usually people who move away from the society, they just can't handle it, they just can't handle. So they become angry very quickly. I have seen some of the gurus, they become very angry sometimes when
Yes,
they
that is a common factor in almost every guru, that they just cannot conquer their anger mostly.
they are very good in not showing it, but
Everything,
usually, because they have some mastery. I mean, there is some purity, there is some power, but
Yes.
it's a little bit different. And we are on the opposite of the scale. We don't impress people so much, but we are able to slowly build that, okay, fine, I've conquered this today, I've conquered this today. And slowly, I'm improving, through this. Very good. Any other thoughts? Any other reflection?
No, nothing from me. Thank you.
Shanti, regarding the third point, that to have spiritual awareness while in the Lokic things, and relationships are to be enjoyed. They are part of the Brahmin clan as well. Having this awareness can bring a lot of harmony in the world, because we are not saying them to be something different, somebody different. They are part of our own family, and looking at the good things of them can actually bring them together, closeness to us, right from the thought level, which is very essential to build a better relationship. And at the same time, sometime at Madhuban, it was said that how are they part of us? Is that some of them, they come in Gyan, some of them, they are Sahyogis, they give contributions, but they do not really follow the entire Brahmin culture. Some other group of people, they come to center, they learn the knowledge, imbibe them, and some people become really surrendered, like our great sisters, who were first some time back were part of the world, and now they are entirely a part of Brahmin family. So this is how, in one way or the other, every soul in this world is related to the Brahmin clan. That was my point.
Yeah, that's beautiful as well. So see this idea, when something happens and this person that it happens to is your family, the thoughts that you have is different from, like, let's say somebody from, when you read in the newspaper and somebody did something. So I like this idea that we tend to see goodness. If somebody is related to us, we see the goodness. We try to cover the defects. Okay. And when we take that on another level, when we take that and take it to the world level and see that the whole world is my family, then there is possibility of compassion. Then there is possibility of seeing that, okay, fine, they made a mistake, but we can help them. Making a mistake is not the problem. The problem is that, how to correct that mistake and how to help them improve. So I like this point about, seeing people as family, because it helps. There is no, I remember many times, I think it was some attack that happened, and one of the elders, some people went to them and said, we should have, sakash to, those victims and all. And I think one of the seniors said that you should also have sakash for those who actually committed that act, for those who actually were involved, because they also need that. You understand what I'm saying? So, we tend to be biased, a little bit, but it's for all our souls. All souls are, children of God, and here they are not only children of God, they are also our family. So, in that context, we can have mercy then, like you said, you can be merciful and you can have mercy. And this is what it means, why the world will love me. Why you remember that point about the world, the world will love you. The world will love you because you have this mercy for the world, not only limited. How can we be the rulers of the world when we have not done anything for the world? How can we rule this world? We can rule only when we have, ultimate, it's not, there is no, whoever will take as much, that much they will benefit. And some of them will not even listen to us. That's their business. But our business is to give. Okay. So, okay. So there's a comment from Giri Japan, and it says 2 words, distant relationships and final generation of Brahma makes us accept them too. Yeah. So whoever it is, it could be a distant, but it's still relation. So you are connected to them. You are responsible. They are part of because you are ancestors, no? If you are ancestor, it means that everything is yours. Okay. Don't look at yourself as an individual now. Look at yourself as a golden age soul. Now, you as a golden age soul, you are ancestors of all others. Like parents always defend their children. Yeah. But we have to do it with gyan. It's not about trying to, but just to have mercy and to put in that purvajatma. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now let's have some fun. How we're going to do this is, can everybody access their keyboard and they can type something? I think that is a better way to do it rather than voice, because voice will mix up. So I don't want anybody to respond to this game through the mic. I want them to type. So just to test, okay, it's like pressing the buzzer. Can everybody type? Can everybody type, let's say, Om Shanti? Everybody type on the chat box, Om Shanti. Okay, Vinod Bhai, yes. Everybody, yeah. So we need to have, maybe somebody can count that we have everybody there on board. Om Shanti, yeah. Yes. So how many Om Shanti, how many people we have? 18, okay, 18 people. And then, okay, so we must have almost there. Okay, so those who can't or for any reason, they cannot participate, but those who have typed, okay. Now, the idea is that your Om Shanti should be the first one. So in this case, the Om Shanti which came first was, who is it? 1 second. Vinod Bhai. No, Yogita. No. There is more. I'm Purvajatma. So Balwinder Kaur Ji was the first one. Okay. So she's very special because she was the one who managed to do it first. Okay. So in this game also, those who do it before others, they get special prize. Okay. So I'm gonna and we'll do it one by one. I'll just read the questions. There are 5 questions that you have to answer, and we'll play this game. Okay. And please don't answer using the mic. Just type the answer. Okay. All the questions have only one word answer. Okay. So everyone is ready? You can type ready, just to check who's the first one now. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. Vinod Bhai took this time. Okay. All right, okay. So be ready and we will start. Okay. So there are, I think, 5 questions and I will read them. Don't go to the second question. We'll finish the first, we'll take the answers and we will finalize the answer. Then we'll go to the second question. But I will not give too much time. We'll just go and move to the second and the third. But we have to finish the first one before you give answers to the second one. Okay. All right. And we will say that, okay, this is the end of the first question and beginning of the second question. Ready? You have already responded very well. So now we go to the question. I ask the first question now. So the first question is, what do I need to surrender? Just one word answer. What do I need to surrender? One word answer. Okay. You just have to, I'm not gonna, one word answer, one word answer. In English, it's preferable. Okay, I give you more time. Okay. We have already gone through and it's in the Murli, which you have read. Okay, but it's a little bit tricky, but not too bad. I mean, if you get it right also in different way, but try to see if you can have a one word answer. Okay, so, no more answers now. Okay, because we got all the answers. Anybody would like to say from these answers that you have read, which is the correct one? Who thinks that their answer is correct?
Vision.
Vision, okay. Any other one? All are not correct. Just one word answer, which links to the question, what do I need to surrender? There's only one word. Okay, and that's the essence of this Murli. And 2 people got it right. I mean, the others' answers are also right. They're not wrong answers, but this is the answer that I was looking for, which is Girjaven and Om. I think Om, I don't know the name, but the name comes as Om, which is spirituality. Madhuben also writes the right answer. Okay. All right. So you get the idea now. Okay. So now we start the game. Second question. Where my vision goes, my dash follows. Okay. Quick on the buzzer.
Attitude.
Where my vision goes, my dash follows.
Attitude, brother.
Okay. Yeah, just type because then we will read. Okay, I think mostly everybody got, yeah? So where my vision goes, my attitude follows, yeah? My attitude follows. When I see something, then I take it in and then I create an attitude to deal with that particular thing, okay? So wherever my vision falls, that's where my attitude goes, okay? So everybody's ready for the next question? The third question, to change my vision, I need to transform what do I need to transform to change my vision? One word, only one word. To change, think if you are not sure, just one word. So far there is, I'm not gonna speak. To change my vision, I need to transform I think in Hindi, it will be easier. Okay, very good, very good. Well done. There is a right answer. Yeah. Okay, okay. So to change my vision, I need to transform my awareness. Okay, awareness. Okay, smriti is what will change my vision. As my smriti, so will be my vision. Okay, so the right answers. Who's got the right answer this time? Let's see. Renuben and Om again. Very good. Then Srinivas by Madhuben. Yeah. Okay. So if you have written Smriti or awareness, it's all correct. Yeah. Okay. Second before last. Okay. What is the food for the soul? This is very easy one. What is the food for the soul?
Remembrance.
Very good. You give answers to other people. You should not speak. Let them write. Okay, so that's very easy. Yad or remembrance, whatever you have written. The food for the body is food, but when we are eating food, we should have remembrance because that's the food for the soul we mentioned earlier. Okay, so remembrance. Yeah, very good. Yeah, many of you got that. Okay, so the last one now. Again, it's very simple and easy. To be loved, and one word, please. No two words. You can put Hindi, English, no problem. The last one, to be loved by the world, I need to detach from the... No. Detach is already written. From what you have to be detached. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's not rocket science. It's a very simple one. Okay, so you have to be detached from the body. Okay, so yeah, I think well done. All of you did very well. And you see, now let's summarize this now. Okay, so what happens is, okay, anybody would like to summarize? Like connect all these points together and create a summary. Anybody would like to do that? It's already there. Just if somebody can summarize, what we have done today and the process and what we can do. Anybody would like to?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Your name again, it shows Om here, but your
Om
name?
Bhai, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is Om Bhai. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's basically I was just before I attempt summarizing the word remember. I found it very interesting while answering this remembrance. That remembrance is equal to re plus member. Means when the soul, I am considering myself as a body or the relating with the material things or the outside world, which are bigger circles around me, bigger, and going to the infinite, the world, then I am in a different kind of relationship with my soul, with the other, relations. Some are distant, some are very nearby, very close, intimate relations. So there I am. There, that scenario also, they are my members only. They are living on the earth. We are sharing the earth. We are sharing this cosmos. But then when I follow Baba's directions, and then I consider myself to be a soul, then this member, which the earlier the consciousness was because of the body, it gets transformed to a spiritual membership, spiritual connections. Then the same thing gets converted into alaukic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very subtle concept, and it's really very interesting, very powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is the summary. Also, isn't it? This is the summary. Baba is not changing the world. He's not taking you out from this world and putting into a alaukic or something. No, he is in the same world, on the same earth, the same society, the same office, the same house, the same room, same body, same mind, intellect, and sanskars. what is he changing?
Mm.
What is he requesting us? He is just requesting us to change the awareness, that just bring into the that remembrance. He's asking us to do the remembrance means you have to just now connect in a different way altogether to everyone, with the power of knowledge which Baba has given to us. I think this word touched me. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Very beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Girisha?
Surrender means spirituality.
Yeah.
Spirituality makes my vision, attitude, and pure.
Yeah.
Transformation in this will take place if I see all souls and as spirits, and then all of them become alokik, part of my own family. If I have to be loved by all, I have to be detached from my body, not just my bodily relations. And for all this, as I feed my body, I have to also feed my intellect, my soul, give it the strength through the power of remembrance.
Yeah. Very well. I don't need to do anything now. It's nice summary. Okay. So Madhuven says, thank you for that, Girija. Madhuven says, body consciousness, awareness throughout the day. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a homework as well. Okay. Body consciousness. See, the thing about this is that, there is a lot of things. And I said, we can't drink the whole ocean. Baba is an ocean of knowledge. We can't drink. What we need to do is just take a few drops and work with these few drops and make something out of this. Okay. Because to study, to remember, to repeat, they're all very good. But at the end of the day, we need transformation. And what will create that transformation is our awareness. Okay. If the awareness is not changed, read as much Murli as you want. Make so much, your meditation as much you want. If the awareness is not changing, you are still in the same level. You have not transformed. If your awareness has changed, instantly everything will change. As we know, the process, awareness will change my vision, will change my attitude, will change my world. Okay. Then everybody will love me. Okay. So this is the only thing that we need to keep in mind. But before this, like when the awareness is already changed, Baba mentioned 2 stages. One stage is we create that shift that, okay, this is food, this is food for the body. This is walking, this is pilgrimage of remembrance. This is a person, this is my relationship. Baba is shifting that. When this is shifted, the result for that will be love from everyone. That is the final result. Love for everyone will flow. And this will be when I change my awareness that I am not the body, I am the soul. And this is not by repeating. This is by my experience. I see myself as a soul. I can walk, I can talk, I can eat, I can do everything. At the same time, I don't lose this awareness that it's the soul. I am a soul. I'm not from India. I'm not from Europe. I'm not from Africa. I am a soul. I am in this body. This is not my body. Okay. So when I manage to do that, like this is not like I have to think about it. I have to be aware of it. Thinking and being aware is very different. I'm aware, nobody reminds you are a female or a male or you are this or that. Like automatically awareness should be like that I'm aware. You wake me up in the middle of the night, you ask me, who are you? I'm a soul. Yeah. Even that word, before the word soul comes, the awareness is there. I'm that soul. And that's what the practice is from. So basically, I'll just before we start some meditation, or if there's any comment we can take, but just to give you an idea, the Murli is the same. You read the same Murli. The feeling that you will get and the effectiveness of that particular Murli will depend on how much you chant. So this work, nobody can do it for you. Somebody can read, somebody can, guide, but eventually the connection in your brain will happen when you do that process. Take the points, connect the points, create a meaning out of the points, then things will change. Okay, there will be a lot of chemicals that will be produced that will give you that motivation, that will give you that enthusiasm. Okay, and then that enthusiasm will help you to practice during the day. So many people complain that, we read the Murli, but we don't really feel that, say, that feeling is not there. It's because this process is being jumped. Okay. Yes. There is any question? Any comment?
Yes. Om Shanti, brother.
Okay.
I need help because I am struggling with the awareness. What practice can I do so I can stay aware that I am a soul?
So actually the answer is there is no practice. Okay. Why I'm saying this is that every practice that is there is teaching you the alphabets. But when you read a word, you're not using the alphabet. You understand? So I can teach you A, B, C, D and tell you that, A is for apple, B is for bowl. Okay. But none of this will make you able to read. You remember there was a time where you started reading. Okay. You could read, right? How did you reach that point? How were you able to read?
I do not remember that.
You can't remember, right? But you can read now, no? Now you can read, no?
Yes, I can.
Okay, but you don't remember when you were able to read, right? You just remember that you were young. Somebody told you A is for apple, B is for bowl, C for cat, and all that, right?
Yes, yes.
But then there was a moment where you could read, and now you can read. So this is exactly how you become aware. Okay, so Baba reminds you every day. You read the Murli every day. There will be one point where awareness will start. It will wake up. Okay, and you will not know when that happened. Okay, so all the things is just A for apple. At the moment we are just doing A for apple. We just keep doing it. One day the penny will drop, and then what will happen? Suddenly you will become aware. So there is no, whatever you are doing is what you need to do, but don't be frustrated. Just keep studying, keep attending Murli, keep doing your Amrit Vela, keep remembering, keep joining this kind of groups. There will be one moment the awareness will wake up. The moment that awareness will wake up, you're done. You can read
But
then.
how long it will take?
You never know. There is no answer to that when this, like how long it took you to read.
I do not remember.
You can't remember. The same way, you can't remember when awareness will wake. And two children in the same class, they read, one will read before the other one, right? So the same way, this also will happen when it will happen. But you don't worry about it. Okay, don't bother, don't think when it will happen. It will happen. Okay, just keep your heart so much that, you want this. Okay, but it's not like you're not forcing it. Okay, just focus on the practice just now. Don't worry about it. Just focus on your practice. Read, do this churning, read this. Slowly, things will start going into feeling. The moment things will start going to feeling, it will trigger something. You will remember. You will come back and become again, what you were. And this will happen automatically. Nobody can tell you when this will happen, but it will happen. The awareness will wake. Okay, it will come into life. Don't be you are in the right path, because all the things that Baba is saying is to wake up the soul. Okay, and he used to write, I am a soul, I am a soul. But that I am a soul is not being a soul, that he was only writing. But the day he became aware, that's the day where things changed. It will change for everyone. Okay, at the end, everyone will have this awareness.
Thank you, Ji.
Okay, don't be disheartened. Just keep doing. We have to go to 1, 2, 3 grade. like that. So all of us, we are in the same process. Okay, so I'll just
Thank
read
you.
the comment and we'll take, just keep practicing. Yeah. So okay, things fell in place, times come together, yeah, to become soulful. Yeah, true brother, keep yourself open to the spiritual awareness. Practice makes men perfect. Yeah, thank you, brother, for telling us today the wonderful way to churn the Murli. So let's have a few minutes of meditation. Now, the practice today we'll try to become detached from the body. So just sit comfortably. And just bring some thoughts towards maybe your breath. Just focus on your breath. This will automatically bring you inwards. Your attention bring within yourself. One of the first letters that we start in spirituality is Alpha, the soul. So we learn the soul is a point of light, seated in the center of the forehead. This might not be our experience, but we know that this is the reality. Baba has mentioned it. So just let's develop that thought. I am a soul, I am seated in the middle of the forehead, just behind the forehead. I'm a point of light. I'm a conscious being of light. Let go of the physical body. You can try and practice this by letting go of the feet, just disappear. Remove the legs, the knees, just let it disappear. The thighs, remove the thighs, the stomach, the back, remove the shoulders, the hands, remove the full hands, the neck. Now just visualize yourself with your face, and in the center of the forehead, see your face, and the rest of the body is disappeared. See your face, and in the center of the face, a sparkling point of light. Now remove your mouth, your nose, your ears, your skull, your eyes, and just see yourself as this tiny little star. The body is still there, but the only thing that you see in your vision is this beautiful tiny point of light. And it is not necessary for you only to see this in your meditation. You can just see this every time you move around, you walk, you talk, you eat. I am this point of light, invisible, eternal, indestructible. Keep this awareness throughout the day. As you go to your work, with your family, you talk, you sleep, you sit. Just keep this awareness. I am a soul. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Haripai, for the wonderful session and the mindfulness meditation commentary. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, wish you a very happy Sunday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, divine